What goes through your mind when you hear budgeting? Does it fill you with joy or does it fill you with dread? For me, it fills me with joy. And in this week's video, I'm going to give you 8 reasons why budgeting is not only good for your business, it's also good for what goes on in here. And it's a tool, it's a concept, something you should grasp to help power your business forward. Hi folks, my name is Mahmood. I'm a business finance coach and author of the book, I Hate Numbers. And in over 27 plus years, I've helped thousands of business owners like yourself make more money, save tax and time, improve their mental well-being, increase their financial awareness, and get the businesses they aspire to have. And I want that for you. Let's crack on with the video. Now, I said I'd share 8 reasons as to why budgeting is a wonderful thing. Reason number 1 is planning. It's a statement fact, it's proven that a goal without a plan is just a wish. A plan is an essential tool that you need if you want to achieve success, if you want to make sure you've got a clear path towards your end goal, your Northern Star. Planning is indicative of anybody in life, business or outside of business, who has a goal, wants to achieve that goal. Planning is a fundamental part of that toolkit. That's my reason number 1, planning. Reason number 2, control. Now, control is not as it implies. Control is something that helps us achieve our objectives. If we know what our planned activity is, our plan in finances here, then we know what we should be spending, what we should be doing at certain times going forward. And when we monitor and measure against those expectations, if it goes better than we expected, fantastic. If it goes worse, we can make decisions and take action to improve that. So control of what's going on in terms of money we're spending, control in terms of the money coming into our business is a critical thing, and control helps achieve those objectives. Reason number 3, it's about decision making. I hinted on that in my earlier point number 2, but decision making, when we make decisions what we should be investing our funds in, which customers are doing better, what we need to address and focus on, when we need to make decisions whether something is working or not, we can only do that when we monitor and measure our expectations against the reality of what's going on here. Decision making that you make for yourself and for your team is enhanced dramatically when you have a budget, when you have a plan to monitor against. Reason number 4 is about motivation. If you are setting a budget for yourself and your team, if you are planning ahead, then what will happen is you will be setting targets as part of that process. If you are involved in setting those targets and those targets are stretching, but not impossible, they're not too soft, you're going to be more motivated by participating in the establishment of your own budget to actually help achieve them. And motivation levels will increase as a result. So we talked about planning, we talked about control, we talked about decision making, and we talked about motivation. What other reasons can there be? Well, reason number 5 is about allocation. Allocation is about where do you use your resources, where do you put your investments, where do you spend your money in order to achieve your end objective? And you can do that by embracing a budgeting process. Having that idea where you allocate resources that are best going to meet your end goals, where you best deploy them, whether it's personnel, whether it's money that you're spending, whether it's the marketing spend, but where you want to allocate those resources is made much firmer when you are engaged in a budgeting process. So we've got 5 good reasons. There are even more. Let's look at 3 more. Well-being. Now, well-being can be glossed over, but our own mental energies, our own stress levels and anxiety is enhanced in terms of being much better in our state of being, reducing that stress and anxiety when we've got a bit more certainty and a bit more clarity about what lies ahead. Most people get stressed out when they don't actually know what's going to be occurring. And engaging in the budgeting process enables us to get a better handle. We know what surprises may be coming, and obviously they wouldn't be a surprise if we knew they were coming, but effectively Anxiety and stress is at a lower level if we are budgeting and we are planning. So we need to embrace the B word, and that's our reason number 6. So what else can we think in terms of that what would be a good reason why budgets are so good for not only our businesses, but ourselves? Reason number 7 is about communication. By the very fact of putting a budget together means that we have to have conversations with our team members, the people that we're working with, whether they're freelancers, paid members of staff. We may even have those conversations with customers to find out what their plans are, about what we might be offering them. Is that communication about our objectives, what the plan is shared amongst a wide pool of people, and therefore people will get and understand not only what our mission statements are, not only what our aspirations are, but they will have an idea about what we want to do and where the responsibility lines lie as well. Now, the last major reason, and maybe not so major, is in terms of risk. Now, by very much of taking a view about what the future might hold, by looking into that future landscape, we can mitigate and manage the risk that comes. There's nothing worse than being reactive in business and reacting to things as they occur. If we are budgeting, we are by nature going to be planning for different options and scenarios. We can anticipate, we can identify what the major obstacles are, the major forks in the road, the major boulders in front of us, and we can make steps to try and plan for those and mitigate them. So as a risk management device, budgeting is really quite powerful. So folks, that's 8 good reasons why budgeting is so important for an organization, or also important for yourself. You may have more to add. If you do, by all means, drop me a line, drop me a comment. I can add that to the list. If you're finding budgeting, the number work, the putting it together, a bit of a chore, then drop me a line. Check out the Numbers Know-How platform. I Hate Numbers here. We've got plenty of resources to help you. And we've got a wonderful planning platform here where those businesses wish to put together a financial plan, use our financial planning platform to help you do that as well. If you prefer something on a more one-to-one basis, then please check out the website, make a call, talk to me, and let's see how we can help you go forward. Until then, until next week, happy budgeting.